find a long stitch because I am a long. Today my OphireCo order came in the mail. I thought I would do my first ever unboxing. I'm really excited about these hooks. I've been wanting to try them for a while. I have had hand pain issues, and when Black Friday came and the sales were on, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it and put together a little mix set for myself. Of course, I mainly went with the ones that I could get the best bargain on, but anyway, so they came in this packaging, which is fairly nice, just a regular padded envelope, and then each hook individually is in one of these tubes, which this part up here is wood, so I don't know if the whole tube is made of wood or what, but OphireCo. Let's get started with the unboxing. Okay, I got a range of hooks from 4 up to 8 millimeters. I took advantage of that Black Friday sale, but I did not get a size 7 millimeter hook, but this is the size 6 millimeter, which I already opened, so we'll put that to the side right now. So here's the first one. What do we have in here? There's no marking on the outside that says what they actually are. So, oh, I was most excited for this opal. Do you see the way? Oh, that's really pretty. And they feel really good too. I wasn't sure how they would feel. Then when I was doing my research between these and the furls, I was kind of torn between the two, but the furls metal streamline hooks, I wasn't sure if they had nickel in them or not. So, and from what I was reading, the Ophire are slightly shorter and a little bit wider. I'm only 5'1", so I was kind of thinking maybe these would be a better fit for me. And based on what I've done with that size 6 hook so far, I'm really enjoying them. Typically, I'm a Clover Amour girl, but so that's the 8. Okay, what's next? Ooh, here we have an emerald in 5.5. That is also really pretty. There's a slight point to the end of the hook, which I really like. It's part of the reason why I've been so loyal to the Clovers for so long. The end of this, the hook part here, is actually pretty slim, but it's not overly sharp. It doesn't feel like it's going to snag. It is an inline hook, which I don't typically like, but let's keep going. Next, I keep hoping for these to like pop right off, and they don't. Ooh, look at that, is so pretty. I've already got fingerprints all over them, but this is my 4.5 millimeter, the G+. That is really pretty. Actually, no, I'm not sure which color is that. I thought the 5.5 was emerald, but now I'm kind of wondering. The 4.5 is the emerald, and the 5.5 is aquamarine. My bad. Next up, ooh, it's another opal. This is in that very hard to find 6.5. I feel like I can never find a good hook in 6.5. because the clovers go to that like plasticky one there, or you can't find a 6.5, you can just find a 7. But yeah, nice point on that. That's really pretty. So that's the 6.5. Put that right here. Next, gonna get a pop? No. Oh, I think this is the Ember. So this is the 5mm. That's the Dahlia. So look how pretty that is. I love the glitter. This feels really good in my hand. I like, there's like some texture there, but it's really smooth. So this is the 5. We'll go ahead and put that right up there. I did a little mix and match action here. This is a 4mm hook. That's Dahlia. Bring my yarn with me, where I was already working on something. It just so happened, this was the hook I needed, and I just so happened to open it right up to it. So yeah, there's the 6. It feels really nice. Just working on a simple block stitch here too. So it slides right on, and it's not pulling, and it just feels really nice in the hand. I've recently been having some pain in my hands, and so I thought I would finally take the plunge and try these. And I have to say, they feel really good, just like the way they sit in the hand, and I'm impressed. Now I wish they had one smaller than a 4, but we can't win them all. I do find myself working quite a bit in like that 2.5 to 3.5mm range, but yeah, I really like them. So I'm excited that they came. They came really quickly. I want to talk a little bit too about the difference between the Clover 6mm and the Ophire 6mm. See, it's a good bit longer and a good bit thicker. And I always feel like when I'm holding the Clover, I'm always wishing it was just a little bit more substantial, or it was a little bit longer, especially if I need a little bit of leverage where I'm like kind of getting the back of my hand, like I have to change my grip a little bit so that my hand doesn't kind of go over the end. So this, just looking at that, is like the perfect size, because the thumb fits nicely like right here at this groove, and the hook itself, so it's actually skinniest kind of at the point where I would really like to have a little extra grip. And as, yeah, see, as I was holding it, it's, which is where it hits my hand right there, is not always great, especially when I'm doing like larger hook sizes that require a little more wrist movement. I don't feel like I've used this for roughly 10 minutes so far. I don't feel like I have used or felt as much pain or issues as I typically have. I guess as a backstory, I have recurring tendonitis in through this area here. I've got some hyperextending issues and subluxations, that type of thing. So when I crochet for long periods, it can be an issue. But let me pick up here and kind of show you it I don't feel like I'm moving my whole hand quite as much. It just feels much more ergonomic and intuitive. I'll keep trying, I'll keep trying it out, and maybe post an update on my Instagram or something like that in the upcoming weeks. So yeah, overall, first impressions of these OphireCo hooks are positive. They just feel good. So there was that, and let me kind of show the contrast now with this clover one. I can already feel it. It's hitting right in that spot where I don't like. And I've been using the clover hooks for years. I couldn't find anything else remotely comparable or that I liked near as much. I like that the clover hooks are lightweight, that, you know, they're pretty accessible, they're fairly affordable. I mean, the OphireCo hooks are easily twice the price each of what I paid for my clover hooks. I mean, I can typically find clover hooks on sale in places for probably around the $6–7 mark, whereas these OphireCo hooks were between $14 and $16 a piece. So I hope this was helpful. I'm really pretty tickled with these. I wasn't sure how I would feel about the resin. It really does warm up to the hand. I was thinking maybe I would prefer kind of the soft touch grip that I've become accustomed to, but really it absorbs my body heat really well. We'll see how it turns out. But thanks for watching. Let me know, have you tried Furls and OphireCo? If you have, which do you prefer? All right, like, subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.